If you haven't watched the first part of this video, then you can just click up here in the corner and get to it. It'll give you some perspective of what we're talking about today. So, I'm continuing the list of the people that I met at the Red Lion. And I'd like to continue with a guy called Colin John. Colin John was an American, and he played backup for B.B. King. He was second guitar player for B.B. King for a while. And he was also friends with the guy who made I can't remember his name, I'll stick it on the screen, an Irish guy who made Hendrix's foot pedals. And they had quite a friendship. And I think there's a little bit of them on YouTube doing something together. Yeah, so that was Colin John, and Colin John formed the Colin John Band with Jeff Walker and Rob Ayres. So they used to do London gigs. I think he had a different rhythm section for when he was in the north. Mm. But yeah, they gigged with him. Ambrose was a guy with a very strange name. But he also was a nice player, always played a Telecaster. And he used to go to a lot of jams. And there's a photo of me with him playing at Rockies, which is a jam I ran a couple of years later. But that'll be in the Rockies episode. Yeah. Laurie Garman is a very nice harmonica player. He played with the Animals. And him and I are quite good friends. We played a lot together. There's plenty of him on YouTube. I'll try and put some links in the description. Tim Corbett's another harmonica player from Ireland, and I think he's called Gentleman Tim now.
Gentleman Tim.
Yeah, he's got a band. And they're also quite busy, I think, now. Okay, I met a drummer there called Evan Jenkins. Evan is an Australian. I think he came through the jazz school in Perth. And he was often with a bass player who had the best moustache and beard combination. You see, his name was Rex Horan, and he also came from Perth, and they knew each other. They came together, and eventually they formed part of the Neil Cowley Trio, the rhythm section for the Neil Cowley Trio. I'm interrupting this video to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already. If you are watching this series, then you probably have a friend or friends that would also find these videos interesting. So I'm asking you to share the videos with them. It won't cost you anything except a minute of your time, and it would really help to grow the channel and ensure that it continues. Thank you. And now back to the episode. Okay, there was another drummer there who used to, initially he just used to sit in for a couple of numbers. And he got better and better and better as time went on. And sometimes when Rob couldn't do the gig, he'd sit in. And his name was Weasel. I don't know what his real name is. I got a photo of him drinking a beer, which he was very good at that. And he was quite good at the drums as well. And while we're still talking about drummers, Darby Todd, he's on... There's a channel called British Drummer, I think. And he gives a big interview about who he's working with at the moment on that. But I know he played with Bobby Whittington, who was in John Mayall's Blues Breakers for a while. And he was always a very energetic drummer. Mm-hmm. But he had great time. and whatever else you say about him, you had to say he had a great time. We used to call him the Derby because he used to play a lot of bass pedal. But he was a very nice guy, and his dad was with him a lot. His dad from the States, but I don't know whether Derby was actually born in the States or born in the UK. I can't remember. Dave Sims was a drummer who used to go there. He's now playing, or he was, I don't think he is now, but was playing with Pete Welland in a swing blues band called the Magnetones. Pete G and the Magnetones.
Yeah.
Mark Posser was there. And there was a sort of a band that came with, along with Jules Fothergill, his very good friend Tim O'Sullivan. Tim, I lost touch with Tim probably in the 2003, 2004, before I came to Portugal. But I've since made contact with him, and he's now living in the States. And when I was looking for material for the photos and a bit of history and a bit of help with the names of who we knew, I got in touch with Tim, and he sent me a load of photos and some audio. And I don't know whether there may be some video there as well. So I'll make a small section to put on what Tim had to supply, but it was really nice to get back in contact with him. He's still playing, and it was nice to hook up again.
Yeah.
We weren't really close because Tim came to this part of a group of people with Jules Fothergill, a guy called Mike who used to play keys, and Dan. So there'll be some pictures of them. There's some pictures of Tim with Lefty Pete Carpel, and the Red Lion Jam really put me in touch with so many musicians, literally hundreds. It was so popular, there was maybe Sunday afternoon you get 200 people in the pub, and the jam was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it was just a really good feeling. Never any problems in the pub. Everyone happy, having a good time.
Yeah.
Some very happy days, and I learned a lot from listening. There, some great players, some great moments. We had our disasters too, but it was a very high quality musicianship there. And sometimes you'd see people come in and you think, oh, I haven't seen them before, wonder what they're like. And they used to come in with a guitar in the bag on the back. And they'd go to the bar and they'd buy a drink and they'd watch half an hour of it. And then they'd leave.
Ooh.
A little bit intimidated, I think.
Yeah.
But it in no way was it intimidating. But if you were new to it, it could be because of the standard.
Yeah.
Everybody there was really playing to a professional standard.
Right.
Even the youngsters that were going and getting up. And some people came and tried their luck and only came once. But it wasn't, no one got booed off or anything like that. There was nothing like the Apollo talent show.